Hi viewers, good afternoon. Another episode of Guest with Nazir. We are honored today's guest has a wealth of experience about international law. And when we talk about international law, the world is a global village. We were going to talk about UAE's law, and we will also discuss the life of our guest. Our guest is Advocate Qaiser Bari. Welcome in our show.
Thank you very much, sir, for calling me in your famous show, Guest with Nazir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Qaiser, please tell our viewers about your early days and your education.
I'm still in my early age, actually. Actually, I'm originally from Pakistan. I born in Lahore, and after that I spent my early age obviously in Lahore, Pakistan, and I did my graduation in 1988, and after that I did my law degree from University of Punjab, Pakistan, and after that I did my LLM from University of London in 1997, actually, and still doing practice as a lawyer.
So please tell our viewers when you started your early days in Pakistani courts, because obviously the laws in Britain, laws in UAE, and laws in Pakistan are not similar. So please tell our viewers about your experience when you started as a trainee lawyer.
Right. The many people they think the three countries' laws are different, but if you go a practically way, or if you talk about the laws, then to be very honest, it's English laws even in Pakistan or in Middle East, in Emirates country, the all laws are belong to UK, British laws actually, and they although they have some amendments, it's like after 1947 when the Pakistan or India they become separate from British government, so they have some amendments in their laws, but it's to be very honest, the all laws are 88%. They are British laws, actually.
So it means the philosophy and the basic jurisprudence is the same.
It's the same. It's the same British laws, and even in if you're talking about the Emirates laws, it's United Arab Emirates. Then you can see it's in 1956 is when United Arab Emirates they become an independent state. Then after that they adopt the UK British laws, and they have some minor changes in their laws. Otherwise, it's the same British laws over there as well.
Qaiser, when you decided at what age that you are going to become a lawyer, because I know your dad was on the same profession, but yeah. What age you decided that you are going to join the same profession?
I think it's at the age of 14 is because my dad is a practicing lawyer in Pakistan and in Middle East Emirates, and my whole family is actually they are in the law field. My two younger brothers, they are lawyers as well, and my two sisters. And even is their husband, they are in a law practitioner.
So it's like your family profession.
Yeah, family profession. Yeah. And after at the age of 14, then I decide I need to become a lawyer as well as like my father. And now I'm a lawyer. I'm practicing.
Please tell our viewers the procedure. Although it is not an advice show, we always say we are not advising,
right.
But we are here to discuss the information, right, and to make some change in the society, that just for information's sake. What is the procedure to set up a company in Dubai, and right, also what are the procedures and what are the basic requirements there?
Right. If we're talking about Middle East, especially the Emirates, is Dubai or some other countries like not country, but we used to call as an Emirate state. It's like yes, Abu Dhabi, is Dubai, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, Queen, or Ajman. The procedure in Middle East, especially in Emirates, are quite complicated and is quite difficult if you compare with the company setup in Europe Britain, or in Britain or in some other states. Because if you are planning to have a business in the Middle East, then you need to, first of all, you need to engage a local sponsorship there in the Middle East. That must be a local Emirati guy. And
so then we call them kafil?
Kafil, yeah, kafil. It's the same kafil in Saudi Arabia as well. So that kafil will charge you per year. Per year they will charge some. Obviously, it's a handsome fee. It's depend on your business. It's what type of or what kind of business you are going to have in Middle East. And the major complicated thing is, when you're going to start a business in Middle East, then the local Emirati is a kafil. That would be your 51% shareholder, and you would be a 49. So legally, you can imagine that 51% shareholder would be a actual owner of the company, and you would be a 49. So that's the basic procedure. But it's after 2002, now they have a free zones as well in Middle East. So if the foreigner, they are interested to have some own business, independent, 100% owned business, then they can go for a free zone company setup. That's called free zone establishment. Then you can have your own independent, 100% owned by your own business as well.
But when we talk about one is a controlled business by the local guy,
Correct.
one is independent. So what is the main difference? So still the foreigners have a lot of rights when we are calling it independent, or still they are bound by certain local people or local legislation?
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's even if you are doing as a local businessman, or if you are doing through a free zone establishment, then in both cases you have a full 100% rights as the local people they have. If you have any issue, you can go to police station, you can contact with their courts, and you have medical facilities. You have all facilities as well. There is no issue at all.
For sake of argument, if a businessman have a business deal,
Right.
and somebody decided to repay their money, what is the recourse in the law in Gulf? So here we have a county court,
Right.
small claim, or the different claim. But what are the what is the law there? So how the procedure works there?
Right, it's the same like UK. If you compare, if you are going to compare with the UK course or with the Emirates course, but now after 2008, now the United Arab Emirates, they have their own independent like a private court as well. That's called DIFC, so Dubai International Financial Court. If you are not satisfied to go into local courts, and you're thinking, no, it's a local other man who's sitting with their kandura, and they're sitting there, and maybe you have some language barrier, or if you need to engage a local other man for practicing into court, then you can contact with the DIFC court as well.
So what is the difference between the traditional court and this DIFC court?
It's a Dubai International Financial. That court belongs to especially for money matters, or they want to deal with like Islamic divorce, or some.
So that's not with the traditional Islamic law.
No.
It deals with the
International.
21st century
Correct.
commercial matters.
And even the last year, you can say the judge was belonged to. It's a Singaporean judge was there, and that DIFC court is not only the local people. They are sitting there as a judge or as their, the steno.
So it means this is a concept for the independence of the judiciary.
Exactly. So so actually the reason for giving a DIFC court, to giving the people a relief, they don't need to think, oh no, I'm in an international country and I need to face the local Kandura people or the local Kafil people. No, they need to think, oh no, we are sitting in their own country, and the independent judge, they are listening to you, and you are in an independent hearing.
So please share your experience. What is your experience? Because this is a one perception that the law, the judiciary, the courts are independent. This is a one perception. But being a lawyer, what is your experience about it?
I think it's if you are comparing United Kingdom or this in the Middle East, or this, I'm not talking about the Pakistan, but if you compare about the UK and Middle East, then I think the courts are independent, judiciary are independent, and they are giving their decision is according to merit and according to people, and the people are getting a relief as well.
What is the time frame if, let's say, somebody has a commercial matter, a commercial dispute about the money matter?
Right.
So what is the life of a case? It starts from the claim, and what are the time frames of these?
They do their best to complete or finish their case within 6 months. First is a trial. It's like as a magistrate court, and then is a like session court, and then a third is a higher court, is like as an appellant court. But they do their best to finish their case within 6 months.
And if somebody wants to bring a claim against anybody,
right?
So is there any court fee, or there is no court fee?
No, there is a court fee, and the court fee is according to matter. If, for example, if it's approximately, you can say, so you need to pay there around 20% in advance to the court. And if the case is against you, then you need to pay that 20%, and plus obviously court fees as well, and plus other cost as well.
Qaiser, is an interesting issue. So when we talk about the case, obviously one party has to lose.
Right.
So what will be the position of the cost if somebody has lost their claim? Will they have to pay the cost to the other party, or the law is different?
No, other party cost as well. And other party cost as well, plus their lawyer cost as well, And if they have some claim, for example, if their claim are 50,000 pounds or 50,000 dirham, and then you need to pay their 50,000 plus you need to pay the court fee plus you need to pay the lawyer fees as well.
So it includes all the expense
All
of
expenses,
the
expenses.
litigation.
Correct.
Right.
Exactly.
Now we're moving back to Pakistan.
Right.
When we talk about your life, you have practice in Lahore, and when we talk about the judicial reforms in Pakistan, there was a time when Justice Iftikhar Chaudhry was, when he was taken off from his office by that time government, General Musharraf. The Lahore Bar and Rawalpindi Bar has played a very pivotal and vital role at that time. We called it judiciary moment. So what was your view at that time and what do you think now? So at that time and now, what is the difference?
I think is if the lawyers were trying to achieve something that is no Pakistani judiciary is going to be independent after the Chaudhry Iftikhar Hussain restoral matter or something. I think they were I don't think so. They were on a right footage or they need to do that.
Education system is still going behind, and as you mentioned, that their institutions are not working properly.
No.
So where they stand, so what improvements they can bring there, especially in education system?
I think education system is a collapse after the current government or previous that. But I think maybe social media is very powerful nowadays, and the people who are sitting in maybe in small town of any area of rural area or some other areas, tribal area, they know what's going on in UK or is what's happening in United States or this other country. So maybe that social media, they will make some changes in future.
Right, social media can change.
Social media, yeah.
The word, yes. But because the time is the essence now, we are getting into the last half or just a very few minutes. Right. But before we finish, because a lot of people have a lot of attraction for investments in different countries. So being a lawyer, because you have practiced in UAE, so what do you recommend and what do you say to our viewers that how they should be careful? Because obviously when you have hard work, you have earned these earnings, so you want to make sure you earn and then you invest very safely. So what tips you will give to our viewers?
I suggest is first of all you need to contact with the local firms, with the local lawyers, not with the local agents. There are too many agents working in Emirates, and even if you go to any restaurant or any shops, the people they will offer you their services as well. So you must contact with the registered lawyers there, and you need to contact with the proper banks as well, and then you need to contact with the direct government authorities as well. So always pay your invoice direct to government rather than to a private agents, or it's always best to pay your invoice to the registered lawyers.
And all financial will be through banking channel.
Through banking, rather than, for example, if someone is offering you, you can pay under the table and I'm going to charge you less than what you are going to pay now. So better to pay exact fee, pay their tax and pay their all proper fee rather than you are going to pay under the table.
So when we talk about the schemes, how people can check that this development or this investment is controlled by the government? Is there any quick tip for them? It's a quick tool for them online or something they can check it?
Yes, exactly. It's whenever they see, for example, the people are buying the properties over there in UAE or they are going to have some investment. It's always best to go to their website, click there and contact who they are offering. Is that scheme is under the government or is a private scheme? If it's under the government, you need to see which government is offering. Is Abu Dhabi government, Dubai government, or is Sharjah, Ajman? And then you need to contact the government.
Is there any law society there in UAE which controls the lawyers, so people can check the lawyers list also?
No, really, because it's in Middle East. If the all lawyers, it's only local lawyers, they are allowed to do the practice. And if the foreigners are working, for example, if I'm working over there, then I'm also working under there as an agreement. Like they are the 51% shareholder and I'm the 49% shareholder.
So there will be a main lawyer there and there will be a foreign lawyer with it.
Exactly.
So we are getting into the last few seconds. So what is your message for our viewers, Qaiser?
It's about the law or it's about
anything you want to give any message, because we are worldwide and especially in Sheffield Live we have a lot of viewership. So what is your message?
My message is we are one Britain, one nation. We must stand together with all communities, and we had some incident this day before yesterday in Manchester. We all communities, we are stand together with each other, and so we must stay together and must stand together as well.
Qaiser, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nazir. You called me in your show. Thank you very much.
Viewers, this was Qaiser Bari, and very beautiful message. We are one nation. We should stand together, and our prayers and thoughts are with the people who are the victim of the Manchester tragedy, and we are always pray for our country. God bless you. Keep watching Sheffield Live TV.